Hello and good afternoon. I got my envelope from NaTasha from her last live sale. So I thought I would just do a quick video and post it up. And then get on with my day with all the things that we want and have to do. So, this is a book NaTasha's been holding for me for a while. It was not part of the sale. It's Charles Keppering's, I can't read what it says on the spine, Book of Classic Ghost Stories. So it is just that. There are some black and white illustrations in here, and then it's a selection of ghost stories from famous authors, including Washington Irving, Oscar Wilde, well, there's another image. M.R. James, Charles Dickens. So, and there's a little bit of damage to this book. So, yeah. She was holding that for me because I do haunted, spooky, creepy things. So, from the auction, I purchased this book, which is the works of Rudyard Kipling. And this is volume 1. He published quite a bit in his lifetime. So the main reason I published this is because it's divided into columns for each one. You know, for the entire book is divided into columns, and I can turn that into the belly bands that I use on my finished products. So I have, you know, whatever the page count is, pretty much. So there's more than 600 pages, so I have 300 pages to work with. That'll keep me in belly bands for a good long while. And I don't feel bad because it's, the book is, you know, it's in okay shape, but it's still got its issues. I like the weight of the paper for the belly bands, and this isn't as fragile as what I'm using right now, so I'll get lots of good belly bands out of it. And then I asked for the pencils, not because I have any great love of pencils. I write really hard, so me and pencils don't always get along. But every time I want to put polka dots on something, I can't find a pencil to save my life. I'm sure some of them will get used. My son does use pencils, and he does like to, he does like the color blue, so he'll probably snag a few of these. But now I'm in pencils for a good long while, because I don't go through them terribly quickly, and I honestly don't use pencils that often, but you should always have a few. And I'll be honest, there's not a pencil to be found in my house to save my life. So a couple of them will get used for polka dots, you know, when you want a polka dotty stuff. And then it's just good to have pencils, because every time you need a pencil, I don't have one. So those are the only two things I bought. The rest of this pile came from, it looks like mostly one person in the in the auction said, I guess, kept saying, and send that to Amy when they asked for something. So this was super sweet, because I knew one thing early on in the auction, that I heard them say that, but I wasn't paying attention, you know, like my full attention. I was just kind of keeping an eye on it while I was working, and I was concentrating on getting something exactly right. So I did not necessarily like hear all of the banter or the reading of the chat, and I didn't read the chat, you know, all the way through. I read bits and pieces. So I got sent one of these fairy card sets, which I have never touched these ever. So I got the letter A and these 3 lovely postcards. These are so fun. I love fairy things, and these are cute little children fairies. So they're just sweet as can be. I am collecting up stuff for a fairy journal eventually, so, or maybe a couple of them. You know, in my heart, I love dark fairies best, but I love all things fae. So these are very cute, and I got my name letter. So yay! I'll put that one. Will probably go into a journal because it is my name letter, and aren't they just as sweet as can be? A little tiny baby fairy. But those are, and they're sturdy too. They're like thicker than I thought they were going to be. So that is amazing. And then this is the card I got from NaTasha. I think this is what she was including for free with every order this time. So I got this green and blue card with the big flower on it. And I suppose it goes this way. And it's a green interior. So I own 2 of her lovely handmade cards. And of course her business card, which I now have like 50 of. That's not true. I have about 4 of them. And then it looks like I think I got some Halloween cards. I think we all watched her make these. But now I get to touch it. Oh. Those are, I thought they were going to be foamy, but they're... Like these ones feel foamy, you know, they've got, but this is, it feels more plasticky. That's interesting. I love this spider washi tape. That is awesome. And over the roses, how fun is that? And then the inside is black, so that's awful fun. I really like that. I should not put the, and it's got some weight to it. It's a hefty card. Ooh, poison. I love the little witchy shoes. I gotta open this one too. I'm sorry. Y'all are like, just show us the stuff. Okay. Got a little cauldron. And a little book of spells. That looks more like a toad than a frog. And the little witchy shoes. How fun. Oh, this is 3 layers. You've got the rose tape, the eyeball tape, and then a nice, this feels more like a fabric washi. Oh, that's really nice. You can tell I'm a textural person. I'm like, ooh, touchy, touchy. Okay, so these are awesome. I may make little journals out of these. I think, maybe. Just with plain paper could be fun. Some while you were out message pads. And then this was the most surprising thing because I didn't notice this at all. Somebody managed to sneak this right under the wire. So some of NaTasha's Sari Silk, which, you know, I have never been able to purchase because whenever she's showing it, I don't have money. It's not that I never have money. I just feel like when stuff is on sale, I don't have it. So these are actually a pretty good size. Let's see. This one is a little over, it's almost 15 inches by 12 inches. So that's enough to cover like a smaller journal. That's cool. And this is kind of a purpley color with some flowers on it. I love the border on that too. That's very nice. And it is even got border down here. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty dark. It blends in. It almost looks solid purple when you look at it from a distance. But that is lovely. So let's get that folded back up. NaTasha went to all the trouble to iron these. Here is a beautiful green one with kind of a chevron pattern. It's not exactly a chevron, but that's what it reminds me of. This is kind of a tealy color down here, this border, so I think that's, and then this is a tan and a teal, and there's red. I like it. This is so, and it feels so good too. Okay. And then this is kind of a peachy floral, and it's got a nice green border. This piece is a little smaller than the other ones. And this one is very sheer. It's kind of a more abstract pattern with green and black, and that could be a blue. That's a blue, maybe it's kind of a tealy color. I like it though. Nice. And then this is kind of a fuchsia color. This one's got a little bit of staining on it, but it does have this really nice gold border on it. And this is just, this is kind of abstract too, but it's pretty. So that is exciting. I've never had any sari silk or sari fabric, I guess. This one feels different than the other ones, so it's probably printed on. But that's very exciting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I don't know, probably whoever was in the auction knows who sent these things to me, but thank you so much. This was, again, I only saw the one thing that they were, and then NaTasha kept saying there was more stuff, but I didn't realize there was there's a lot of stuff. That's very sweet. I feel, I don't know how, I feel very grateful, but I also feel like, I don't know, like I don't deserve it, I guess. You know, it's sometimes hard to accept gifts because I feel like if I can't afford it, people shouldn't give it to me. But at the same time, I'm like, ooh, it's so pretty. So I'm not ungrateful in any way. I feel guilty that somebody is continuing to give me things. It's probably a personality flaw, but this is so amazing. I have so many ideas in my head. I just have to catch up with my current work, and then I will be playing with some of these lovely goodies that I've received recently because they are so fun and because it will be so much fun to work on. But yes, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just going to keep petting this. This is another in my first. I've never had, well, I did get the sari from Pearl, but this is my first time from NaTasha getting some sari material, and I am just overwhelmed once again. You guys are so amazingly kind and generous and supportive, and that has not generally been my experience in life, so thank you so much. That's gonna wrap up this video. I am working on those flower and leaf journals. I'm adding some touches to the, when I got that book from NaTasha on yesterday, well, when I showed it, I got it on Thursday, but I didn't open it. When I got this book, I had the idea that I could add some flower images to these pocket page, you know, these where I've made the pockets for the books, and I thought, well, that would be fun because it had these color pages with rows and rows of various flora that I could add on, and I thought, well, that would be fun for those pages. So that's what I'm working on at the minute. I finished this set, and I'm working on this set. So I got, you know, a few, I'm using a few of the larger images that I found. These ones mostly focused on some of the smaller images. I just think they're fun. And I'm not trying to make them all uniform or anything. I just am enjoying playing with the pictures. And you can see I've cut out a good portion of them, and there's still quite a bit left. So you've definitely been having a lot of fun with that. And then I think I'm going to make some envelopes out of this, and I'm going to try to coffee dye some of the pages and see how that works, because it reminds me of newsprint, but it's thicker. And I want to see how it holds up to the dyeing process. But I really dig this paper. So I'm just going to treat this like a big old paper pad and have a great time with it. I mean, I bought it after all. It's mine. So that is the end of my video. I'm going to sit here and pet my sari material for a little while longer, and then I'm going to get back to the jobs I have to do today. If you have watched the end of this video, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. I will be back probably for another video tomorrow, and I will see you all in NaTasha's live stream on Monday. Whatever time of the day or night you are watching this, I hope you are having an amazing time. I hope that you are able to fill your days or your nights, whenever you're mostly awake, with things that bring you joy and happiness. Life is short. We should enjoy every minute of it as much as we can. And until the next video or the next time I see you in a live stream, I wish you happy crafting. Bye!